Oh, you missed a ton. You missed a
Delos
ton.
is not my child.
Here, let me give you a rundown.
You
Okay.
can't blame me for him killing people
Okay. Here we go. Previously on the GodBreaking,
like old
having
mothers.
liberated the royalty of the dwarven nation of Cragland, our party spent some time retrieving resources, magic weapons, and whatnot, and then decided where to go next on their endeavors. Um, After a little bit of contemplation, you guys all decided to head north. North being, so here's Vordum, right there, and north being the direction that Silas went to track down Deimos's cat. North being the direction that you know the all the problems that Inkamel has been causing have stemmed from. You know that the elven nation of Sindalar has been pretty much destroyed by Inkamel and his minions. So you all headed in that direction. You went north this way. You passed by the general area where Kildrak's mage tower was. Unfortunately, Kildrak had showed no response when I asked him if he wanted to go check to see what was there, so we kept on walking. Um, and then you guys got to the border of Sindalar and Cragland, where you encountered a dwarven commander named Tarek, who was holding the defense or with his garrison at the wall. At that moment, one of these creatures that has been plaguing the border attacked. A leaper is what they call him, what they call them. And you guys fought it fiercely on the border. It managed to break through and kill a bunch of dwarves and ran away. But you guys all eventually managed to track it down and kill it. And when it died, it turned into its form just kind of dissolved away, and underneath its form was the body of a slain wood elf. A wood elf that wore the insignia and partial vestment of being a soldier in the Sindalarian army, part of the Ranger Corps. Anyway, you guys found out that the dwarves have been unable to kill these leapers because they seem to be completely immune to any kind of physical damage, any non-magical damage, really. And they had instead been capturing them and binding them up in this large cave, cage. When you guys went to see the cage, you saw about 19 of these leapers, all bound up and held there. And while Euphemia was doing experiments on it, Deimos decided to invoke his god with a divine intervention after Tarek gave an under his breath kind of slur against Tempest. And Tempest arrived and proceeded to kill all the leapers and Tarek.
Deimos. Deimos.
Didn't do nothing. You can ask the god.
Killed all the dwarves.
Didn't do nothing wrong.
Euphemia managed to roll well and resurrect Tarek at that point. And that's kind of where we left off, with Cairn, your blood hunter friend, the one of your friends who had accompanied you. This dude, he's one of the original Righteous Seven, coming up and saying that, he says, "I hate to interrupt the party here, but it seems that Silas has arrived." So that's kind of where we left off. Silas was his the blood hunter that he had sent off to track down the cat. So right now, you guys are all standing in a dwarven, complex on the south side of the Cragland border, which is heavily walled, all surrounded by the corpses of these leapers, with Tarek, the dwarven commander, just kind of like having been recently resurrected and still kind of out of it. There are dwarves everywhere. There's these corpses of these leapers around, and as you guys are talking, as soon as Cairn says that Silas has arrived, these bodies begin to steam and just like give off intense heat. And after a few seconds pass, where the area around you is just kind of obscured by the steam that comes off them, you see that All that remains on the ground are the slain bodies of wood elves of various position and body type. There's females, there's males. Some look like soldiers, some look like hunters, some look like normal domestic people, that kind of stuff. All right. So that's where you guys are. What would you like to do?
Go back to my wizard tower.
We're not going
I
back.
have a rock for you.
You have a rock for me.
Yep, it's from a tower. I give this rock to Kildrak.
He picked it up at the tower as a souvenir.
Keyed on your tower because there was nothing there.
Kildrak, your tower was in ruins. It was a heap of rubble.
They knocked it down.
Not as mad now.
The dwarves, the dwarven army had come and basically, when they were purging the country of all magic, they had kind of torn it apart and took anything that and destroyed any magical items and or removed them and brought them somewhere else.
All your stuff is probably in that vault back there.
Yeah, really. I should have been smart about what I asked about. Oh well. Speaking of what I got from the vault, where is my staff of oh, there it is. I have to equip it. Never mind.
Alright. What do you all want to do?
Keep heading north.
What did
Not sure
Silas
to do.
say?
Well, Silas is you haven't gone to see him yet. Karen says,
Oh,
Silas has arrived. He's on the other side of the wall, but I sense his presence. I catch his scent in the air. If you are finished with these
I only
dwarves,
smell burnt elf
that
and
is.
murderer.
He looks
And I
around.
look at the art cleric.
Okay, Tarek steps up after being silent for a little while and says, I dunna know what business you're all up to, but with your writ of passage and the power of the gods that is evident in you, he says, we'll open the gates for you if you choose to pass, and if you ever come back, we'll open them for you to return. He says, I thank you for bringing me back from the other side, lady. He says, even though you're an elf, he says, that was a kindness.
You owe me 1,000 gold, by the way. Resurrection expenses.
I left it in my other kilt.
The way my bank account works, there's a checking and a savings.
I left it in my other kilt. I'll have to owe ya.
Then I'm going to have to take your soul.
I'll pay it.
You know, I'm trying to fucking, extort dwarves, and you come and ruin the fun.
Okay, so that's where you guys are. The dwarves are cleaning up the bodies right now. They're just kind of inspecting them and they're looking at them. They're a little bit tentative at first, but after they realize that these bodies are truly and fully dead, they kind of just like pick them up all up and they move them away somewhere else. You assume to be buried. Tarek says, now, will you be needing anything else of us? I have a wall to defend.
No, sir. I'm good.
Okay. Deimos, as he walks away, he just kind of like looks at you. He's just like staring you down a little bit, and he just walks off.
So, not only did you kill a little boy's mom, you now killed a bunch of dwarves for no reasons.
Just the one.
What
dwarf.
kind of-
Just the one dwarf.
Okay. One dwarf. What kind of cleric are
And a
you?
bunch of elves. A lot of elves.
I don't think he's here. Deimos, are you AFK? We can't hear you. must be AFK.
You can hear he's just really, really sad.
Alright. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go talk to, what's his name? We'll wait for Deimos to come back, because this is mostly his thing.
Okay.
How about we go talk to Silas? Yeah.
Alright. So, as
I'm
you
just
guys...
saying- no.
Yeah. So Deimos, as you left, what's his name? Tarek kind of just like locked eyes at you, and just kind of like stared you down for a second, and then left.
Okay.
And
And then we all made fun of you.
yeah, they've been pretty much mocking you for a little bit.
Oh no.
You know, killing mothers, killing dwarves, killing elves.
It's alright. When he's walking away, I wave, and I just, like... He learned his lesson, so it's all good now. In Deimos' book.
Okay, you guys head to the wall, and Karen and the dwarves kind of open their picture up, and the other picture, the gate up for you. As you guys pass through, you see light, kind of like resting atop of the ramparts, atop of the wall, and he just nods at you all. He says, "I sense a foul presence to the north. The scent of this land does not bode well with me. I anticipate great battle if we are to enter, but I also anticipate glory. Some of you may die, but this is the price that the heroes of legend must pay."
No, so you're leading the way.
"Nay, I am here just to observe. To see the merit, see if
Who's
these
talking?
humans..." This is Light, you're the dragon.
Oh. I thought you were done, but never mind. Thought it was someone else.
Yeah, it's the dragon. Okay? Alright, so you guys head to north, and Cairn, he walks you through the Cindilarian landscape. The terrain changes slightly as you continue to walk northwards. This is a more green, wooded area, and you can see that as you're entering more of a forest type situation. Just the general climate of the land just changes, because this is an ancient elven land, deep history, deep magics, deep and old powers from long ago. Probably one of the most original settled lands in this world. As you walk there, you all just get that kind of sense that there's oldness to this area. You continue forward, and then you hear kind of a whisper from a tree off to the side, and Kieran nods. He says, "There he is. Old friend, what have you for us?" And out of the darkness, you see a familiar face of Silas, the blood hunter, step forward. Just kind of his face just kind of appears. He says, "Well, Cairn, it's been a few weeks, but I believe I have found the trail of which we're looking for. The cat passed this way. She managed to make it this far, and she headed off north to a grotto in the forest. When I approached, I sensed that I was not alone. The heavy stench of powerful creatures filled the air. And I knew that I had entered the lands of the Synod. So I came back. I doubled back to find you all." Alright. do you guys want to
Oh,
do?
snap. Oh, how far in do we have to go to get into the deep shit?
He says, I left that place about 3 days ago. It's to the northeast. So on the map. You guys crossed the border right around here. He says you're mostly looking in this direction here. Like right around where the arrow's pointing is the location of the grotto, the forest grotto that he had mentioned. He says, you have to be careful though. These lands are infested with those red aberrations, those primitive beasts of nature. They seem to be heading somewhere. They seem to be coordinated, at least the ones that I've encountered, but there are a few that just roam wildly, as if they've lost their mind. Those you need to watch out for.
Alright. Well, Deimos is down to keep going that way. I mean, obviously we'll have to rest and all that type of stuff, but... What do you guys think?
As long as you don't kill any more dwarves.
I didn't kill any dwarves. And I was technically a god.
Look, you're not allowed to kill any more moms or dwarves, okay?
You see Deimos just kind of walk away and say, yes, Dad.
Okay. So Kieran says, Silas says, we'll have to travel fast, we'll have to travel light. Be as quiet as you can, please. These are dangerous lands. Alright? So, it's fairly late in the afternoon as you guys are traveling. You guys continue to head north. I need you all to make stealth checks as you're trying to proceed through this land cautiously. You're following, what the hell was that?
I'm laughing that I have to make a stealth check in heavy armor.
Laughing or screaming into your mic like a girl?
It was a laugh, I swear.
Can I put on my invisibility ring? Do I still have to make a stealth check?
Yeah, you still need to make a stealth check, but you're
Did I make a
invisibleness will
bullshit
be-
check to see if that was really a life?
Holy crap.
Boo.
You guys are really bad at this.
A 20 and an 8.
Euphemia?
By the way, did we get a long rest before we got here, or no?
No, this is
Okay.
the same day. Alright, you guys have a few more hours of daylight still. So, Euphemia and Elwyn just kind of like... Elwyn just disappears. And he begins to walk, or proceed quietly, through the heavy forest growth.
It doesn't invisibility only give you like advantage? The stealth checks?
Nope.
No, I'm taking it into account that he's not visible, but he can still definitely be heard and smelled. Go on.
From my understanding, invisibility just makes it so you could try to stealth while in open view.
Yeah, that's like combat stuff. Light takes to the air, and the rest of you guys are on the ground, just traveling quietly.
I'm going
except
light.
except for Kildrak, Feldorn, and Deimos. Light just kind of took off. He's observing from above. Kildrak, Feldorn, and Deimos, you guys are stomping and crashing through the woods, just like stepping on every tree branch and that kind of stuff. Silas and Kieran just kind of stare at you with annoyance. Ashok kind of speaks up because he's quite stealthy himself, to the effect of something to the effect of he knows that you guys are kind of bumbling and making noise, but you're worth it in battle. So he tries to keep Kieran and Silas from being annoyed.
See, I actually at this point pictured Deimos walking around screaming, "Captain Fluffy Paws!"
I might.
Okay. As you guys continue forward for the rest of the evening, It's fairly uneventful. Some animal life notices your presence, but they kind of quickly scatter away. Silas kind of will halt you every once in a while to get you to avoid dangerous areas and zones, and he's able to track different monsters and creatures and stuff in the area. So for the most part, he's avoiding a lot of the danger so far. However, in just before sundown, he raises his hand and he says, and he pauses to sniff, and he crouches down to the ground, and he says to you all, he says, "Well, this is unfortunate. It seems that while we have been traveling forward, I believe that others have been tracking us. They're good. They're very good. I haven't caught their scent until just now." He looks around. He says, "And I'm actually not even sure where they are." So it's evening. It's dusk. You're inside a forest. There's snippets of sunlight cutting through the area. You hear little bits of wind, of the wind rustling in the trees. You hear the scurrying of animal life around you, and you see Cairn place his hand on his swords, and you see Silas just kind of like crouch over and just look around very cautiously. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'll go look around and get in a battle stance.
Just out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
All that time they were traveling, would I have had a chance to cast the ritual to make, or not? It's not a spell; it's a ritual to make the Sunblade my new pact weapon.
Yeah. This is like a couple weeks later. You traveled through Cragland for over the course of 2 or 3 weeks. So yes.
So I pull out my new red lightsaber.
Is it glowing?
Yep.
Silas.
And you get shot in the face.
Silas just like glares back at you and says, like, "Well, if they had any doubts about where we are before, so they certainly know now." He just kind of stands up. He says, "Who's out there? Show yourself."
It's also humming to like a real lightsaber.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Gonna
Captain
smack
Fluffy
the
Paws,
drow.
is that you?
You don't hear necessarily a response to that. A pause, and then you can hear a little bit of rustling in the foliage off to your left, as you see the trees part slightly, and off in the darkness, where you had not necessarily seen before, but you gather was probably there for quite a while. You see a figure just crouched up in the top of a tree. He says, through his fanged lips, he says, "Now, no need to be aggressive. Had I intention to harm you, it would have been done. Would have been done a while ago. Says, you have the scent of a cat about you. You're quite easy to track." "What are you doing in our territory?"
I show him my halfway decently drawn picture of Captain Fluffy Paw and say, "Trying to find my cat."
Roll a. Did we decide what this picture looked like?
Yeah, I think I got like a 16 or something on it, so I think it was supposed to be halfway decent.
He says, "And you say this feline is an acquaintance of yours?"
Yeah, actually, it's our team leader.
Your team leader? If you are the ones that she has been spending her time with, then... He looks at you all. One by one, he says, "I must say I'm disappointed. I thought the Resurrected Seven would have been a bit more imposing." We have had your scent for a while now. She is one of ours. She was sent to see whether or not you were the real lot. And I can tell, since you have found her here, or followed her here, that you have at least some competence to you, or have at least managed to ally yourself with those who are. And he kind of looks at Silas.
But that's pretty good.
He says, "Who are you? Give me your names. Some I recognize, some I do not."
Well, I introduced myself. Like, I'm Deimos. Stuff. I like things. I like little fluffy things, and I like other things.
He says, "You are very strange, human."
Well, I mean, you're the one that's covered in hair. You ever think about shaving?
He says, "I must warn you. I am the understanding sort. If you speak with such brashness in the presence of the rest of the Synod, it will not go well for you.
Don't worry, I'm always polite.
And you,"
Plus the whole glass hearts, thing.
he points at you, Kildrak. He says, "You, dwarf, what are you doing in elven lands?"
I'm trying to find a very good friend of, trying to find a very good friend of this group's.
Have you any idea of the danger you have stepped into by
I
crossing
know
the border?
there's around, but I can handle myself in that type of company.
Stumpy laughs in the face of danger.
Exactly.
He kind of stands up, and he kind of drops down out of the tree, very nimbly, and he stands up to his full height, which is about the size of a relatively tall humanoid. You know, so he's pushing over 6.5 feet tall. He says, "Well then, I am Aquila."
Actually, wait. Before you continue, what do I see? Since I could see the true form of any shape changer or creature concealed by illusion or transmutation magic.
Do you have to cast it?
Nope, it's one of my Eldritch invocations.
Didn't we already kind of prove that you're just seeing their true form because it's not magic?
Which one is it? It's called Devil Sight? No. It's...
Which site?
Any shape changer or creature concealed by illusion or transmutation magic.
So if he's a werewolf, then it
He's
doesn't
a...
apply to either of those.
Well, no, he's a shape changer. Because
Yeah, but it's not by
technically,
magic.
it doesn't have to be my magic. I can see the true form of
That's what
any
it just
shape
said.
changer.
Yeah.
Any shape changer.
Okay, so Euphemia is correct. In this world, werewolf transformations are not magical. But for the sake of your ability, I'll let you see that, get you some information about what they are. This beneath the exterior, you can tell that this is a comfortable form for him, but that his on deep down beneath that there was once a human. You catch a brief glimpse of an older man, probably in his late 50s.
I keep that information to myself.
Okay. He kind of drops down. He says, "I am Aquila. He says, I am Lord of the Luceris clan. We are strong. We are numerous. We are here to attend the Synod. The Synod gathering. The word Synod actually means gathering. He says, I personally have been sent to see what these intruders into our land are composed of. So, you say you are here to find the feline. Well and good. Have you any other intents? Do you care for this land? Do you care for our people?"
Well, while we were in the neighborhood, we already took down one of those 4 horsemen, dude. We hear there's another one around here, so killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Basically, we're demon hunters. Yay!
You say you have slain one.
You're
2?
no, just 1. The other guy was a pretty big boss, though.
Seems that perhaps your
No,
feats
we
of
should
strength.
too.
You've only killed one of the horsemen. You've killed.
Yeah, but we've killed that gluttony demon? Was it
Oh yeah,
first
the demon lord.
Yeah, he was a demon lord. So what?
That was a long time ago. He
Yeah,
says,
that one totally counts too.
yeah. He says, "Well, I will allow the rest of the council, to decide. I have but one voice, and in the Synod, all are allowed to speak." He looks at you. He looks at Silas and he says, "You, cat, follow, and try not to get lost. Keep up if you can." And he hunches down. He hunkers down, and he moves off swiftly into the forest. Silas says, "Well, do you guys trust him?"
Nope.
No.
I mean, he seems
So
to
we're
be
just
alright
gonna follow
to me.
him.
Silas says, "He's good. He's very good. I won't be able to track him if he goes on for much longer." He says, "Move fast. Follow if you can." And he hunches over and he rushes off in the direction that Keela went.
Alright, now I start hauling ass that way too.
Okay. The rest, you guys all start making your way through the forest because since you're moving at a quicker pace now, the any semblance of stealth has dropped off. You guys are just moving at a not at a run, but a quick walk. The trees are, the foliage and stuff get in the way a little bit, but you're following Silas as best as you can. Karen and Ashok are kind of guiding you.
I'm on
Keep
my
path.
war goat, by the way.
Your what? Your goat?
Yeah, my war goat that I bought.
Oh.
Wait, he's having sex with his goat?
Okay, so definitely no rhino is fitting inside these woods.
No. I figured the rhino was in that castle thing we have.
Okay. Alright, so...
I'm not leaving my goat
Where
behind.
is it?
Alright, fine, you're riding your goat. What else did you guys have? Feldorn, you had an elephant. The elephant's not making its way
Yeah.
through this forest.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Okay.
And I want to ride my dragon, but some DM got rid of him.
He's flying up above you all.
I fly up to my dragon then. Ah!
Alright. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna lose where they are, where everyone else is.
Dragon eyes, man. I must live. Fuck.
He leads you to a dark... As you approach... As you guys travel for another probably half an hour, you can see him darting from tree to tree, sometimes up in the branches and limbs. You see Silas following behind, and the rest of you guys carry on the ground. As you approach the place he's leading you to, he kind of slows down and he says, "We've arrived. We're at the grotto. This is the location of the Synod's gatherings. Be quiet, be respectful, and you will be heard. Be brash, and I fear you will anger some of the more volatile of the Synod." So it's a clearing, a small clearing in the woods. It's kind of a dark forest, so you're not really sure what's lying in the shadows and that kind of thing. But this is sort of the environment that you're in. There's the scent of wet dirt and moss in the air. There's just the heavy odor of foliage and forest all around. You do pick up the sense of and slight movements of animals and creatures you see shifting in the shadows around you, but you're not exactly you can't really make out what's going on around you. Okay. Aquila steps forward and he breaks the edge of the clearing just slightly. And just like so the clearing forms a natural border with the forest. And as he steps forward just enough into it, he kind of stands and says, "Aquila of the Lucerys clan is here. He says, I have brought the travelers." And then he kind of places his arm across his chest and he says, "The unseen shall remain unseen." And he steps back into the shadows. And you hear another voice come across the clearing and says, "Very good, Aquila. Are they trustworthy? Or should they be given leave to speak?" Aquila says, "All are given the right to speak. Will you hear them?" And from the border of the grotto, you see stepping forward a what do you call it? A larger creature than Aquila. His yellowish fur is what do you call it? Coated in scars, and he has a glint to to the vertical slits in his eyes as he steps forward. He's quite a bit larger than Aquila, and he says, "I know the law, Aquila. Of course I will hear them speak. But if they forego any portion of our law, their lives will be mine."
You must a cat.
Aquila leans over to you
Nope.
and says, "That is Sheraka. Him you should look out for." Okay. Across the clearing, another voice comes through and says, "Be still, Sheraka. We will hear them speak. They had the scent of oldness about them. They have the scent of purpose. Let us know for what purpose they are here." And off in the distance, you see a massive creature standing vertical. Aquila leans over and says, "Corbin, the most powerful of the Synod. His voice we all listen to."
Now, are all of these looking like humans underneath their shape change, or they're still...
You're seeing a variety of races. And then as that happens, Corbin says, "Let the Synod gathering commence." And out from all around, various creatures step forward, hybrid creatures in this half humanoid, half animal, bestial form step out. Dozens of them, and you see more off in the shadows around. So, Feldorn, you're looking around and you see elves, you see dwarves, you see humans of various size, of various age, and everything like that. That's mostly what you see. But then looking, you it looks a little odd. You see some of them, a lesser number, are actually animals. You see some foxes, you see some jackals, you see some monkeys, those kinds of things, and with your true sight, as if that were their real form.
Did the tiger person look like Deimos' cat?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to say anything. I'm just keeping all of this to myself and making mental notes as I'm looking around.
Okay. So they all stand there, and Corbin says, "Now, Lycanthropes, recite the code." They all stand to attention, and as one, their voices all echo throughout the clearing. They say, "The unseen shall remain unseen. Do not suffer the old." And from another portion, another clan steps forward and says, "Honor another's claimed territory." And across the clearing, another group steps forward. "Only the strong shall reign." And then, as one, they all say, "Mind the rule of fangs and claws. All for the pack, and the pack for all." And you guys can see them.
Feldorn mumbles this. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Force shuffling me. Get the hell out of here. You're looking around now, and you can see that there are different clans that are represented. Around you all and Aquila are step up a bunch of other werewolves. Sheraka has tigers mostly around him, but other cats, jungle type cats. Around Corbin are the clan of bears, and then you see some others step forward. You see another wolf-like creature, more lithe, more smaller, and more agile than what's his face, Aquila, kind of off in another clearing, surrounded by more wolves off in the corner. And then you see a very large creature with only a handful of individuals around him, but they're all likewise massive and powerful.
Oh my god, it's a loading image. What the hell is that?
Feldorn wants to be infected with that disease.
That would be such a cool mount.
Dare you go up and say that?
Okay. Corbin says, "Who will speak for you, humans?"
Feldorn.
Nope.
I say Deimos.
Elwin.
Elwin
Deimos.
is sick.
Deimos will talk.
Anybody but Deimos.
Trust
the
me,
wolf.
guys. Deimos can totally talk. Look at me.
This is his stores.
Yeah,
Came
okay,
for
Deimos. If you can take that charisma check.
Are you guys sure?
He's screwed.
You can talk through my body and use my charisma checks.
You gonna speak, Deimos?
Sure.
All right.
Does
I say
anybody
to
have
quick
now
prayer
we're
to
gonna
Tempest and
kill-
Modron. And to whatever god there is of speaking deafly.
Legato bullshit?
Feldon, there's no way you can try to vanish from here. They have heightened senses, and there's like literally dozens, if not hundreds, of eyes on you all at this moment. All right, Deimos, what are you doing?
Deimos is gonna walk out there and wave with a big smile on his face.
Every eye is on you. You see a few of them raise their noses and sniff. A couple of them just kind of bristle as they look
Before
at
he
you.
walks out, I'm gonna pull out a stuffed cat and hand it to him.
I'm gonna use my
Information.
draconic presence.
Where are you finding this stuffed cat from?
Bullshit RP box number 143.
All right,
Uh-huh.
Elwyn. So what are you trying to do with your draconic presence?
Awe.
Okay. All right, 1 second here. Let me read this ability real quick, just to refresh, to make sure I'm getting it right. That action, you can spend 5 sorcery points to draw on this power, exude an aura of awe or fear to every creature within 60 feet.
I'm a majestic dragon.
Okay. All right. Okay. You see them taking notice. A few of the smaller creatures, they kind of recoil and they step back, hiding behind some of the larger creatures. The leaders of the clans, they stare at you, and they acknowledge your strength. And strength is an important thing within the council of the Lycans.
That was my what wanted to happen.
Okay.
I kind of pushed Deimos forward now.
What do you say?
All right. Deimos is going to walk forward to wherever he thinks he's supposed to walk to. Waving at everybody because he knows that friendly stuff is good. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a picture of Captain Fluffy Paws.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey
Are you
guys.
sure you rolled a 16 on that check? I don't remember this check for drawing.
Oh, I can do another one. I think it was when something with dwarves or something. Oh no, I think it was a couple whiles ago. Here, I can do another one. What do you want me to roll?
Oh, this would be kind of a...
Is it a straight D20?
Yeah, just roll a straight D20. What the hell? Okay. Alright, so what are you saying?
I'm like, we are missing our friend. This is Captain Fluffy Paws here. She looks like a cow, except she's not because she's a cat. She's tiny. She usually goes in this saddle. And you're just looking to see if you've seen her.
They say... He says... Okay, Sheraka steps forward. This dude here. And he says... You come all this way, and you come into our presence, seeking one of our own. Yes.
Yes.
We smell strength on you. We smell the blood of your foes. Yes. You do not
Deimos.
come to bring war.
No. We want our buddy back because Captain Fluffy Paws is a very good essential part of our team when we're killing large demons.
And what's of it if you were to retrieve her? What then?
We probably keep killing demons. I mean, obviously, if Captain Fluffy Paws is still down for that, we're not forcing her to do anything. But we don't like those big demon guys, so probably just keep going back to doing that.
You do not know who we are. You do not know the plight of our people now.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty bad. We fought big zombies, we fought blood demons, and I'm pretty sure we killed a minor demon lord god.
He kind of snarls, and you see him just like dismissively shake his head. He says, "You know not a thing about what lives in these forests."
No, I haven't been here before. But I'm definitely down to learn.
Sherikah just kind of he walks out into the clearing, and you see him. He's much taller than you. He's probably about 7 foot tall. But he's leaned over, very muscular, and he's just kind of like very gracefully and cat-likely. He just like walks around the circles slowly and like a stealthing kind of what's that word? Prowling motion. And his eye is constantly locked on you as he walks in circles the clearing. He says, "Our people lived, flourished, but never in the light. Always hated by the normals, by the uncursed, by the unblessed, if you ask me," he says. "And now that this country is in ruins, we are all that remain. Because we know the source of this blight. We know who this one is. Do we not? Or are we too cowardly to acknowledge it? That one of our own has fallen so far, that one of our own has committed the unforgivable, the forbidden. And for that, we have the fault. For that," he points a claw at Corbin. He says, "You, Corbin, are to blame for allowing it to happen. And here we are now with this person," he looks at you, Deimos, "standing in our most sacred of meetings, our most hallowed of grounds, talking to us. Have we stooped so low?" He looks at
Man,
you.
bro, why can't we just be friends? I have nothing against you. As you can tell, we came all this way for one of the people like you because we're such good buddies.
Says, "Humans."
And I don't like that big red guy either. He's kind of an asshole.
Stepping out from the corner of the room, this wolf comes out and says, "Sherikah, I agree with your concerns. We of the Rakasha clan do not take kindly to non-lycanthropes being in the middle of a Synod gathering. Corbin, why would you allow this? Aquila, have you no shame? Are you so weak, old man, to have fallen so far? Has old age addled your brain?" Aquila kind of leans into you and says, "That is Rakshi. This dangerous, young, impetuous, suspicious."
I nudge him as he wishes. I'm like, how can we get their respect really fast?
It says, he says, "Lycanthropes respond to shows of great strength or great wisdom."
Oh, whoa, man. I have, like, decent wisdom and above average strength.
Deimos, you should arm wrestle him.
Oh, that's a good idea. Deimos is going to walk next to the bigger guy and be like, "You're a big, strong guy, right?"
The tiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, "Since you're a big, strong guy, and I like to think of myself as somewhat of a bigger, strong guy. How about you wanna wrestle? I'll wrestle you to get some respect."
Arm wrestle! Arm wrestle!
You want me to enlarge you?
And I'm just like, I know I don't have really cool, awesome turn animal abilities, but I have a minor, super cool god powers.
Aquila says. He leans over to you guys because Deimos is in the middle of the room. Aquila says, "This will not go well," he says. "Your friend, he lacks confidence." He says, "Shiraka will prey upon his weakness." The tiger leans into you, Deimos, and says, like, "You think you have the right to challenge me to a feat of strength here in our grounds? Your
We can
blood
step outside,
will
but
litter
everyone's
the
here.
ground."
If everyone's here, we can all watch. And then we're killing like a lot of birds with one stone there.
Corbin says, "Is there any who will vouch for this one? Is there any?" He
I
looks
raise
around.
my hand. Wait, what does vouching?
Aquila takes your hand and just pushes it back down.
Okay. I didn't know what vouching meant.
I start yelling to see if Captain Fluffipaw is here.
All right, Deimos. Your charisma check was a 15.
Something like
You
that.
rolled 18
Yeah.
on your your picture check.
Yeah.
You hear a voice come out from across the clearing, kind of crystal clear. It says, I will vouch for him." And there's a little bit of a mumbling and a murmuring around the crowd. Corbin says, "Are you sure, Nina? An Imperator of the Synod has a loud voice. Would you risk all of your position for such a one as this?" And you hear the voice say again. She says, "You only see his exterior. You hear his words," she says, "but you do not know him. Sherika, shame on you. Shame on you for your lack of foresight. I know him. He can be trusted."
He's not killing mothers.
No,
Fuck off.
you're not tiny anymore.
Okay.
Does Damo see this cat?
Yep. She walks out alone into the clearing.
Does Deimos notice Captain Fluffypaw in cat human whatever form?
Yeah, you would know. You sense a very familiar presence as she walks out.
Deimos starts booking it towards her.
Okay. The rest of the animals around you just all kind of lean over and snarl, but she walks forward calmly and peacefully, and she raises her hands at her sides, just like to pacify everyone. You can tell that there's a great distrust for non-lycanthropes in this society, right? And she walks forward, and she walks straight up to you, and just as is looking at you in the eye. She's shorter than you. She's probably 4.5 foot tall.
I pick her up and I swing her around. I'm like, "You grew.
Okay.
You gosh damn tricked me."
Okay. You catch the hint of a smile in her face. Feldorn, you look at her and you see a cat beneath her exterior.
I still keep it to myself.
Okay. You see the same cat that Deimos has always been carrying around. Deep beneath, you're catching glimpses of the cat deep beneath.
I actually walk over to Elwyn and I whisper, I sure as hell hope Deimos isn't into furries.
Hell no.
Corbin, then at that point, the elephant steps forward and says, "Corbin, says, while these events are unprecedented, these times, on the whole, are unprecedented. I believe with the vouching of an imperator, and given the fact that we have suspicion of who these individuals are, it is appropriate within our law to allow them to speak and to take them as trusted individuals." Corbin kind of looks over and says, "Agreed, Master Rick. Sherika, Rakshi, will you acquiesce to this decision?" Hesitantly, the tiger and the wolf nod, and they retreat to their clans. Master Rick turns to you guys and says, "You may all approach." Nina kind of takes your hand, looks at the rest of you all, and she kind of waves you over to where she is, where she and Deimos are in the middle of the clearing.
Feldorn walks over to the giant elephant dude.
The elephant looks at you all and says, "Now, would you wish to know anything of us?"
How does one become like you?
"Ah," he says, "there are 3 ways in which the curse of lycanthropy, for lack of a better word..."
No. Don't call it a curse. Call it a gift, because you sure look awesome.
He smiles, he says, "Yes, I suppose gift is a word that can be used." And then he looks at his hands and his legs and everything. He says, "But curse is probably more appropriate." He says, "For with lycanthropy, one loses one's former life. As one watches one's family and history fade away into time, into rejection, all these things can be seen as a curse."
Been there, done
He
that.
doesn't have a life.
He says, "But your question, how does one acquire the gift of lycanthropy? To some of us, we are born into it, having been sired by those who were of our kind already. They are naturally pure blood. Some of us are like that." He looks at Sherika and Rakshi. "Others are given the curse or gift are communicated it by one who also has the gift. A bite, a claw. It can be communicated that way, but it is not always successful, and it must be an intentional act. The lichen must desire to turn the individual, and the individual must be of an agreeable nature. Let us put it that way. Certain body types, certain people are not compatible with the curse." He says, "Those are the ways in which most, in fact all here, he looks around, were changed. He looks at Corbin for a moment, maintaining eye contact. And Corbin kind of looks at him and nods. And then he looks back at you all and he says, "There is a third way. One that is old. One that is the original way in which all of us came into this world, that our kind entered this world. None yet still live, except perhaps the ancients and the betrayer. Yes. To take a fallen beast and to commit an act of blood pact, of blood treachery with its body, to remove from it the most sacred part of its being and to subsume it into oneself, and to invoke the power of a dark god." He says, "That is the way in which the first Lycans were created."
So basically, what you're saying is something that the Loth worshipper, as I point towards Euphemia, would do.
Don't you mean Deimos? You know, killing grandmothers and...
Deimos didn't kill no one.
Nothing.
He says, "I know nothing of your deities. All I know is that the ones who inflicted lycanthropy upon mankind, they were not the compassionate sort."
There's a chance that some of them could be dead now.
Corbin says, "What else wish you to know from us?"
Feldorn again throws up his hand, going, "Ooh, me. And I look at the elephant guy and I'm like, "Can I join your clan?"
He kind of raises his long trunk and kind of like just sniffs around you, and he says, "You wish to have the curse?"
I again look at him and I'm like, I see him more as a gift than a curse.
He kind of chuckles. He says, he says, "You'll notice that we mastodons are few in number." And he looks around. There's really only a handful of them, like 5 or 6 of them, whereas there are dozens and dozens of all the other clans. He says, "This gift," he says, "is not quite so easily given. In fact," he says, "one of us 5 must die in order for it to be passed on."
I'm gonna step in and say, well, there's obviously something going on in your lands. And as I look back to the companions, and we are very skilled at fixing problems. That's what we do. Since one of you has been our friend for quite a while, is there any way we can help?
Feldorn kind of gets a sad face and goes, "Daw, I don't want none of you to die."
Wait a second. Feldorn, if one of them dies, we can just bring him back to life.
More to that statement?
Corbin kind of steps forward and says, "You understand that we are breaking," or he looks at Masteric and says, "at least setting aside for the time being many of our oldest laws. And one thing that Lycans do not do is we do not ask for help. However, this particular problem is beyond us, and it has already cost us dearly. Have you seen the red creatures that plague this land?
The leapers, the dinosaurs ones? Yeah, we just killed one.
They look around. He says, if you have slain one, then perhaps you are worthy of our trust. Yes. Those leapers, as you call them, yes, are the worst manifestation of our curse. Yes. And we would have the source of this blight purged from our land and from this world. Yes. Let me tell you a story of our greatest shame. He says, a story that I only know in part. Yes. There was one amongst us, a lower member of Lycanthrope, one who was on the outskirts, not quite a part of the council, not quite a part of the Synod, but one who was turned against his will, perhaps, or as the rumors tell, turned because of his desire to be turned. He tried over and over again to achieve the power that we hold. He desired it, and several tried, but each time his body rejected the change, and it caused him much pain. It caused him much loss. As the madness plagued his brain, he kept trying. The wolf, the bear, the tiger. None would hold, and his body grew weaker and more broken with each attempt. He looks around and he says, we all knew him, or at least the oldest amongst us did, but none of us paid him any attention. And then he disappeared, and only recently has returned in a form far greater and far more monstrous than any of us could have even imagined. That is where the extent of my knowledge ends. Okay?
Are you talking about, what's his face, that...
The big red dude.
Yeah.
Yes. I know not if... Yes. If... He is the master of these leapers.
Incamil?
You know him as Incamel. We know him as...
James.
Intrasin. As he mentions the name, you hear snarls and growls all around you. He says, over the last 3 years, we have lost many of our number to Intrasin and his kind. Yes. They have been primarily waging war upon the elves, but we could not help but be caught up in the conflict. And these creatures cannot be slain with tooth and claw. They cannot be broken with fist and with might. He looks around, and there's like a subtle, sad subtone to the attitude in the clearing right now. He says, "Many of us have fallen," he says, "including mine own son. Our losses have been great, but nowhere near that of the losses of the elves. Their whole civilization has been destroyed, and many of their own have been turned, the change forced upon them, to create more of these red leapers. I, Corbin, leader of this Synod, most respected amongst the council, now ask you, on behalf of the Synod, will you aid us in destroying this creature, in freeing our people from the curse of their presence?"
Yes, on one condition.
Yeah, I was about to say one condition.
"What is your condition?"
You turn me into a werebear.
Oh, no, that wasn't my condition. That the captain tells us why she was traveling with us without letting us know all this time that she could be whatever she is.
Yes.
Explain herself.
"I will let Nina speak for herself," he says. He looks at you, Feldorn. He says, "If you desire to be one of us," he says, "then," he looks around, "we will make exception to the law, and we will take you into our kind."
I ask him.
Feldorn jumps up and down like a 5-year-old.
Okay. Deimos?
Oh, I was just like, so if this is a curse, has anyone ever tried curing it? I mean, Deimos is just curiously asking.
He says, Master steps forward. He says, as you say that, Sherika kind of like leaps out and he says, "It is not a curse. It is a blessing. It is a gift. We have power. We have life. We are strong."
Oh, I totally agree, but I'm just thinking against that big red dude, if stuff would work against him.
Master says, "The curse cannot be lifted. Many have tried. All have failed.
Alright, fair enough.
Only death gives escape."
I'm sure God could lift it. Even Tempest at his, most mightiest could probably do it if he really, really tried.
Master says, "I know nothing of your gods, but I know that the curse has never been lifted, other than in death."
I ask him if he's got any cool magic items for bashing in these sleepers' heads, because we should probably get started on that.
"We have but tooth and claw, and weapons that we take from the elves. But really our fists are our most powerful weapons."
Oh, what have you taken from the elves?
They have, like, basic weapons, axes and swords and that kind of stuff.
Nothing magical.
No.
Say, alright, cool, bro. But yeah, you guys should probably, I don't know, start worshiping a god. It might help.
Master says, "I fear that we do not know enough, Corbin. You have only told them the parts of the story that you know. They have no idea what they are up against." Corbin nods. He says, "None of us do." He looks at you all and says, "None here know the true story behind what happened with Intrasin. But I believe that the answer to the solution to his defeat lies in his origin. You would do well to find out his true story and where he gained this power. We have tried, we have failed. Master says, but we have not asked the Ancient One. Corbin says, Ancient One. He does not desire to be asked. Any of us who approach him, you know the law. He will slay them on sight. Yes, but these people are not part of our clan, of our breed. Perhaps the Ancient One will listen to them. Corbin nods. He says, that's maybe our only hope.
Let's do it.
Or Deimos will just punch him in the face.
Yeah, that works too.
We will be fighting a large army of demons. Probably pretty soon, so if you want to help us do that, if we help you, we need an army. When it comes down to.
Deimos is a really good idea, Euphemia. You made light, right?
Yeah.
Can you make Deimos clones?
No.
I
They're not a
can't.
species, from my understanding.
I don't know. Deimos might be a species.
I can with enough time and money.
Oh,
I don't know. I think that's a worse threat than the demons.
I can make an army of undead.
ooh. Yeah, Deimos is all about this army stuff
You're
now.
not helping yourself.
But Deimos is now thinking about how cool it would be to have a bunch of like cleric werebears and were-elephants and stuff like that, and how freaking ferocious they would be.
Corbin says, yes, we focus upon survival. Yes. We fight when our livelihood is threatened. So
Well,
far,
the world is threatened.
we have
This
not
guy
been.
works.
We know we live in the heart of it. Yes. If you can deliver us from this plight, yes, our claws and our teeth will be at your disposal.
Sold. I can make some sweet armor out of that.
That's not what he meant.
What about turning me into a werebear?
Corbin says, the process is long and painful. When you are ready to...
Cause him as much pain as you want. It's a freebie.
Silent sloth worshipper.
He says, and if you are not compatible, it may kill you.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
He says, perhaps you would be better, perhaps a wiser choice for you would be to pursue action first. And when you can afford to be
Dead.
yeah, when you have no more tasks to fulfill, come and take on the curse.
That sounds like after the game is over, you can finally become a werebear.
So, Feldorn, the whole transformation process it's not quick. It takes a long time, and like you said, it's long and it's painful. So you would be out of commission for about a month, and you're not sure even in doing that if it would be successful or not.
Would you actually make him a roll?
Yep.
See if he lives or
I
dies?
can make him roll for it.
And if he dies, you'd have to roll a new character?
There'd be chance of death, for sure.
Deimos could always resurrect me.
Mm-hmm.
Not with our DM. If he's gonna kill you on this, you're probably gonna die forever.
I say we go wrestle ourselves an ancient up.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I figure since it's pretty much nighttime, we could probably crash and then head out early in the morning to go find this ancient dude. What do you guys think?
I want to watch Feldorn die
Agreed.
a painful death. This is what I was promised.
Also, I want to challenge a fairly large size one of these lycanthropes to a wrestling thing, just to see how strong they actually are for sizing them up.
Nina kind of leans into you, Deimos, and says, she puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Don't be silly here," she says. "None of them are as strong as you are."
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to prove a point.
She says, "It doesn't need to be proven. You don't
Meh.
understand. You may not see it, but they are all afraid. They're all very afraid. These creatures in our lands have wreaked a horrible price upon our people."
Yeah, fine. Let's go to sleep, guys.
As you begin walking, Nina says, "I'm sorry for never revealing myself to you in this form. I really haven't been able to." She says, "Unlike the rest of, or most of, the lycanthrope kind," she says, "I am not human. I was born, and I am a cat. She says, and my situation is rare. I can only turn into this form," and she looks at her claws and her hands, and she's standing upright now. You know, like I said, 4.5 feet tall. She says, "I can only assume this form here in the heartland of our people, in the most hallowed and ancient grounds of lycanthropy. It is said that our race was born in this very forest itself. For some reason, within this realm, I can change like the rest do. But everywhere else, I am powerless to do so."
Oh. We should go bring some of that dirt around from this place. You can change wherever you go.
She smiles, she says, "There are ways. Lycanthropes can grow in power." She says, I am fairly young for lycanthrope, and for my specific type." She says therianthrope, specifically, meaning she originated as an animal, and she took on the curse. "It's even harder, but I've heard it can be possible. The more powerful and the eldest of our kind can change their shape completely. But very few of us are able to do so, and it's a very rare thing."
Well, looks like we gotta level you up, girl.
She says, "Even Corbin himself cannot truly assume the form of a bear, his true primal nature." So within the lycanthrope culture, once you're afflicted by the curse, and if you can go through it completely, you can take on your hybrid form. You can go back to your original form, of course, but it's more comfortable to be in your hybrid form. With only the most powerful and the oldest lycanthropes can fully change and tap into their primal nature and assume a full change into the beast. And very few can do that, and Corbin himself can't. So she kind of smiles. She says, "And no therianthrope has ever completed their transformation. Masteric, he tells me this himself, and he is our story keeper." So she smiles. She says, "So I'm afraid I'm doomed to be a cat, and in these lands perhaps assume this form. But I don't hold any confidence in ever completing a transformation."
Oh, fair enough. Anyways, it's easier to carry you around in cat form.
You see that she does carry with her the 2 wands, the magic missile that you gave her. She still has them with her.
Sweet.
She smiles. She says, "Well, she says, the forest is divided into sections where various clans take their residence, but she says, I'm sure that we can find a place for you all. And she leads you off to another area. It's a small area with some still standing trees. There's enough of a clearing in the canopy of the forest to let in moonlight and starlight. And she kind of settles you in, and she says, "This place should be safe enough. It's neutral between the realms of the cat and the domain of the wolf." She says, "I don't think you'll encounter any trouble from our kind here."
All right. Let's sleep up, guys.
She says, I prefer the nights. I will keep watch. Please have a good rest."
Did Modron ever give us a description of what a nightmare is?
No, he said that when people have nightmares, they're really just echoes of the screams of creatures deep in the abyss. But other than that, he never told you what they are, or where they are, or what they look like, or how to find them.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go to sleep.
Yep.
I'm going to try to see if I can research any information on that moon thing.
Actually, before we go to sleep, I know I may not have a description of it or anything, but I kind of ask Elwin to try and scry for it. See if we can find one on our plane of existence.
A nightmare?
Yep.
Ellen,
Yeah?
do you want to try to scry for a nightmare?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm sure the DC is butt fuck.
Roll me a charisma check. And then roll me a straight d20.
Is it good because it's the same?
It's a 13. It's an unlucky number.
Or lucky?
All right. You sit down to and you prepare your crystal ball and you start trying to scry. You're not quite sure what to look for. You only have a vague concept in your minds of what a nightmare might be or what it even feels like. You actually sit down and you focus in as you spend 10 minutes doing this. You think about the last time you had a dream that actually terrified you. And you focus in on that feeling and that sensation, and as you channel your scrying magic, you hone in on that emotion, that primal fear that can take over one in the middle of the night. One's deepest, darkest pains and worries come to life. And as you do that, you feel this uneasiness begin to grow inside you, and you feel it starts to become painful even. Your arms and your hands start to shake as you're focusing on the crystal ball, and you sense that you're catching a glimpse of something, just like the shadow of a thing. You're not really looking at the thing itself, but a shadow of a thing, and even that is terrifying. It is completely unnerving. If a dream, if a nightmare that you have in your sleep is an echo, this is the thing itself, and it is enough to just fill you with fear and terror. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Okay. As you catch a glimpse of that, a single, all you get is that bright sense of searing emotion and fear. It kind of racks you over and okay, roll it. Okay. It kind of just overwhelms you. You topple backwards away from your crystal ball. Your hands are trembling. You're consumed with this terror. Let's see here. Where's my table?
Am I gonna go mad?
Yeah, you're getting madness. Roll a D100.
Could be fun.
Come on, you can't take anything serious.
Oh. Shit.
Oh shit. Thank you, Feldor.
What'd you get?
I'm out.
Before anything, I see him start shaking around, and I'm like, guys, we gotta go to sleep. I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna go blast him with a greater restoration or whatever crap it's called.
Okay. Is that Cure
Hey.
Madness?
I know in Out of the Abyss, which is like the thing with the demons things, it does.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I don't know.
And
Honestly, I don't
Curse
know.
of Straw too, a greater restoration cures the madness.
You
Well,
may
it'll cure a
creature-
level of madness.
Yeah.
I know that.
One effect reducing target's hit points, one reduction to the target's ability score, one curse, one effect that charmed or petrify the target. You can reduce the exhaustion level of the target by 1.
Yeah, I think a permanent madness is cured by
Oh.
anything that removes a curse.
Okay, so you go up to Elwyn and you cast a Greater Restoration, and as you place your hands on him, Deimos, and you start to weave your divine energy into him. So Elwyn just kind of like flopped over onto the ground, and you saw him shaking and trembling, and then he stops moving. You rush over to him, you start casting Greater Restoration, and you can feel the heavy weight of this madness that's overtaken his mind. It's you can tell that Elwyn would be able to. There's nothing physically wrong with him, but it's like his mind has gone off somewhere for a little while. It's been being preoccupied by something, or it's run from something. You cast Greater Restoration, and you call out to Elwyn to return. But for the time being, Elwyn doesn't want to return.
Yo, bro, Tonio. Come back to the light.
Am I trapped in a nightmare?
Okay. You're not quite sure, but it'll take a couple more attempts or something for, you sense that what you did, Deimos, could be effective, but Elwyn has to be ready to return.
Has to be ready.
Oh, Elwyn's ready.
He has to want to return.
Well, I'm gonna blast 2 more greater restorations into him, then shake him a little bit, and then I'll be like, guys, I think we might have broke Elwyn. I then start channeling divine energy through my hands and like shocking him.
His body just convulses and it shakes with the energy.
All right, guys, I got one last thing to try. I am going to cast. Probably won't do nothing, but the best thing I can do, which I know tends to get people to wake up, I'm gonna just mass heal it all straight into him.
His body is cured of every little ailment. So like from every his ingrown toenail to his like the slight pattern of baldness that was starting to show up across his head, the slight blemish that was on his right arm, that kind of thing. It just all vanishes away.
The herpes are gone.
Yeah, the herpes is gone.
Oh man. Well, guys, I don't know. Do we think he's just sleeping? I will then try to... Right. Last thing I guess I can try is try to now raise him from the dead.
Well, he has a pulse, so I think
His
as long
body's
as he's
fine.
got a pulse,
He's totally alive.
he's totally alive. There's obviously nothing physical wrong. You great arrest. I think we just let him sleep now.
Still trying it.
Okay.
Then after that,
He literally has a pulse.
All right.
If you cast Raise Dead on a live person, let me see what this says.
I get like an extra life, like Mario.
That
Like,
should
I
it
have
should be like a death ward on you for a little
yeah.
bit.
All right. Well,
Or at least +3 temp hit points.
you cast it on him, but like I said, his body is already in fine form. There's nothing physically wrong with Elwyn.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna stick a stick between his teeth, and I'm gonna tie him up and tie him to the ground, because I don't want him to seize up and bite his tongue off.
Okay. Nina comes over to you and she's like, she says, over the many months we traveled together, I thought I'd become accustomed to your eccentricities, Deimos, but this is still a surprise.
Just trying to help. Ish.
She says, we will keep him safe. I will watch for him. Just like I said, I enjoy the night. Please, get some rest. Alright? Anyone doing anything else?
I was gonna see if anyone could, I'm looking for that information on enhancing my gloves.
Enhancing your gloves.
Especially the werewolves.
Talking to the werewolves about it? The werewolves are not very familiar with any kind of arcane or magical.
Well, I'm looking for the cycles of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't remember what you called it.
It's on your gloves.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them in my inventory.
It's called a noonday.
But basically,
moon.
I'm just trying to research, see if they have any books, or go to their storyteller. Maybe. See if he's ever heard of it.
Okay, you go up to Masteric. He's the keeper of stories. The elephant. He's not. This is him when he's mad, of course. Right now he's just kind of sitting there. You catch him late into the night with one of his clan is there with him, and they're just kind of just sitting there.
Is he the storyteller? Because elephants have long memories.
Yeah, a few portions of food are around them, and he says, "Yes, female elf."
Have you, in all your time, ever heard of a new day and moon?
Noonday moon. Roll a d20.
Nope.
He says. He shakes his head. I'm afraid not. None of our tales or stories speak of such a thing.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just head off and make my mansion.
Alright. So
And
you
I will
guys...
sleep there.
Alright, you're gonna stay in there?
If anyone wants to sleep there.
Are the rest of you guys staying outside, or are you going inside?
Feldorn drags Elwyn into the mansion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologizing the whole way in there.
Alright. You guys take a long rest.
Is he gonna drag him by the feet so his head bounces up and down off the ground?
Nope.
Elwyn's gonna wake up with a splitting headache.
Fuck.
Alright. The next day, the sun cracks through the canopy of the trees. You awaken inside the magnificent mansion. What you guys want to do?
Let's get that ancient.
Okay.
Did Elwyn wake up?
Elwyn, roll a wisdom saving throw. You approach Elwyn's body, and he stirs a little bit. When you shake him, you try to cast a few more spells into him. You even cast what's that cantrip that you have? Sacred Flame.
Mm-hmm.
You cast Sacred Flame on him once or twice, and his body seems to respond, be a little bit more responsive, but it's almost it's a distracted response, like someone's like really watching a football game and you're trying to talk to them and they're like nodding their head a little bit, but not, you can tell they're not really paying attention to you. It's that kind of thing. Elwyn's there, but there's something that's keeping him away.
All right. Well, if spell things aren't working, I'm gonna tie him to my back, and I'm just gonna carry him around.
Okay. All right. You make like a baby Bjorn for him,
Mm-hmm.
and you strap him on. All right. Okay. Do you guys exit the mansion?
Yeah.
Okay.
One at a
Outside.
time, very carefully, making sure that no one's going to ambush us to death.
Okay. As you guys exit the mansion, you walk out into the clearing, and the first thing you notice is the stream of blood dripping down the side of one of the trees that was in the clearing. That was in the area that you guys were camped in.
What? Nope. Find out where the blood's coming from.
Up in the tree, you look up and you see a wolf form, a wolf-like form, or I guess it would be a human now, just draped in the tree. A feral human, so long fingernails, dirty, torn clothing, that kind of stuff, just lying, just draped over one of the branches. His blood just kind of like dripping down, just like streaming down the side of the tree.
Guys.
So anyone want to go back in the mansion?
I immediately divine sense, or whatever my paladin thing is called.
Okay, so you can pick up the presence of Fey Celestials.
Fey Celestials or fiends.
Okay, there's none of that in the area.
Okay, and then I'll do the stone thing as well in the ground.
Okay, so you can sense the presence of how far away?
I'll let you know here in a second.
Did the captain stay outside?
30 feet. 30
She did.
feet.
Yep.
Within 30 feet of you, there's nothing besides you guys.
Okay.
I start yelling for the captain.
Okay. As you're shouting that, you hear a cat-like voice from a tree off about 30 yards away, right? Call back out to you, and you see Nina drop out of the tree, and she kind of rushes back over to you. There's a gash in her right arm. As she's coming in, and it's kind of dripping blood. But she bounds over to where you are. She says, "Oh, yes. I thought you'd never return." She looks around. She says, "They found us. They descended upon us in the middle of the night. Our kind were scattered. They knew we were here."
I try to heal her arm up.
Okay.
And then say, well, where are they all now?
She says, "This was hours ago. I barely fled and escaped with my life. I managed to kill one of them." She says, "It's the first time any of us has ever done so." She holds out the wands that you gave her, and she says, "Were it not for these, I would be just like him." She points to the elf in the elven body in the tree.
Whew. Good thing.
says, "The clans have scattered. There were a dozen of them. The red ones. They tore through us. They... She kind of shakes her head. She says, I don't know who lived. I don't know who died. But Aquila was one of the first to fall.
Sorry, which one was that?
The werewolf.
First.
The werewolf that talked to you from the very beginning.
Well, shit, it's probably not safe here.
It is most definitely not.
Alright, guys, what do you think?
Let's go hunt these bastards down.
Yeah. Go hunt them. We still need to get to the ancient guy.
Okay. She looks around. She says, I don't think you'll have to hunt for very long. She points her finger off in the direction west of you. And she says, they're coming now. All right. So you guys look over in that direction, and you see large forms just kind of shaking the trees, leaping up into the branches of one. And as they bound off, you can tell that their weight is pretty heavy, and they some of the tree limbs are breaking and cracking as they leap from one to the other. They're not trying to be stealthy at all, but breaking into the surface of your vision. A massive, or at least they're large. They're like 15 feet tall. One of these creatures just blasts out of the tree line and slams down to the ground. Alright? Snarling. Looking up at you all. Two more burst out of the clearing as well, landing next to you, next to that one. Okay. Are you guys ready to roll initiative?
Feldorn ignites his lightsaber.
Sure.
Alright, roll it.
God damn it.
You don't have me or Kildrak on the combat tracker.
Alright, add Kildrak, add Feldor. Alright.
You want me to roll too?
Yeah, go to roll it.
Okay, I'm supposed to have advantage on that. That works.
Never remember what that is.
Okay.
So are these are large creatures, okay.
This is still her cat form, but she's not a cat. Alright, Feldorn, you're up first. You see these three leapers just blast out into the clearing. Their claws are like coated in blood. You can see it dripping off their teeth as well, from their fangs.
Feldorn moves up to there and tells his rapier to go dance.
Okay. So the sword will have its own set of actions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your bonus action. Anything else?
And for my regular action, I'm gonna play with my earring
Okay.
and use 5 charges to protect Owen with a fucking wall of force.
Okay. So you put a wall around Elwyn.
Yep.
Alright. He's inside a little cube box. Anything
Gotta
else?
make sure it is 5 charges. No, that's it.
Alright. On her turn, Nina, your cat, Deimos, is going to... let's see, it's daylight now. She would have used it the night before, so she got recharges on her wand of magic missile. She kind of bounds off, and she points her one of her wands at the sky, and she's going to roll. I'm blasting at him. You see these streaks of force stream through the air and impacts him. And his hide begins to steam and buckle as the wand, the magic missile weapon, bursts of arcane energy all slam into him. All right. This guy, Leaper number 3, is gonna fly up into the air, just bounding through the sky, and smashes down into the ground right here. He's going to turn and he's going to look at you, Kildrak, and going to try to bite you. Anything else?
Holy shit.
Plus 23.
Oh,
Whoa.
no, that was wrong. I was trying to add for the cat. That would be a... It's only supposed to be plus 15. So that'd be a 33. Still a hit.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get hit. Plus 13. And D12 is damage.
Okay. As he sinks his teeth into you, it just clamps down onto your shoulder, and you can feel the incredible might of this this being just like rip into your shoulder and is holding you down. You're grappled and you're restrained. With its claw, its right claw, it lashes out at you, Euphemia. You do anything in response?
27. There's nothing I can really do.
Okay. Alright. It's going to whip its tail around at you, Deimos. So it'll have disadvantage because it's of your cloak.
I'll use one of my blessings.
Okay. To make that a miss. Okay. And then for its last attack, it's gonna biting into you, Kildrak. You can see that it shifts its head around, and these massive spikes on its shoulders come trying to smash you into them. Okay. Euphemia, your turn.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
Now I forgot what I could do. I guess I will cast my bonus actions. Or is it an action spell? Fuck. Blink an action or a bonus action?
Blink? Pretty sure it's an action to cast.
Yeah, one action. Then I will. Okay. I'll. That's blink, but then I'll also sing a song of healing.
Okay. So you go ahead and target everyone who you're going to heal. And... Wait, that's not the spell. That's your ability, right?
Yeah. Well, if I'm in the neither, does that mean that it wouldn't work?
Song of healing. Song of soothing, you mean? Wait, the soothing dance?
Yeah.
The voice sings. You sing a song of mending that mends cuts and minor wounds. Each member heals 1d4 plus 1 at the start of their turn.
Yeah, is it enough for me to be singing during my turn and being in the realm, but then disappearing? Wouldn't still affect them when I'm not in that realm?
I'm gonna have to say no, because your songs of battle are concentration, so it's an ongoing thing. It's not something that you apply once. It's something that you start singing and you keep singing. So if you blink away and you go into the ethereal realm, they won't be able to hear you.
I'm still concentrating on it.
But they won't be able to hear you. Come on, what you gonna do?
Everything should change. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I guess I'll just cast or I'll do the soothing dance and then I'll just attack him.
You use... Alright, so you're not gonna blink? Alright. Okay, so you cast Soothing Dance and go ahead and target and roll the attacks.
I'm not sure if I'm targeting.
Are you stepping away from
There
him?
we go. No.
Okay.
I was just making
Ignore
sure I
that.
was targeting him. I'll try this anyways.
Okay, that's a hit. Alright, you cut into him, and you start to see blood. With your Vorpal sword, you're finding purchase in his scales, slashing through, whereas before, when you were previously attacking them, you were not able to break the surface of their thick hide, but now you are.
Then I'm gonna move around him to like right here.
Okay. Deimos.
Alright, Deimos is going to bonus action Shield of Faith himself, and I'm gonna punch this guy.
Did you say Deimos?
Nope.
That's a hit.
Alright. And then, oh, sorry, there it is. Sorry. Let's just figure out where this was at. And that will be me.
Alright, you punch him in the face. Your
Yep.
your gauntlets flash in divine energy as the flames, the golden flames, wreath them, and you smash it into him, and you see him recoil in pain. Alright, number 2 jumps up and slams down right here. Coming at you, Feldorn, with a claw attack. Okay. And it's also...
Kildrak, you don't have initiative. Sorry.
Who doesn't?
Kildrak.
Oh, Kildrak, what was your initiative roll?
It was like a. It was a 5.
Okay.
100.
Feldorn, then it
Could've-
bites you.
Could have totally lied about that. Damn it.
Does it? Yeah, it does.
Teeth sinking into your arm. You're grappled and restrained. Deimos, a tail whips around, trying to hit you. Misses. It's gonna try to slam its shoulder into you. These massive spikes. It's also a miss. Okay. This one here is gonna jump and land right here. Actually, it'll go here. Seeing the energy flying off from the cat and recognizing that the cat is one of those creatures that it's been hunting, it goes after Nina.
Oh, actually, I couldn't have done that D6. Nobody has my X on it yet.
That's right, still hit you. Alright, you see Nina just recoil and screech out in pain as this thing is tearing into her. Tail attack is going to come at you, Kildrak. Elwin, wisdom saving throw.
I'll use lucky.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right. Gildrack, your turn.
Okay, do I have disadvantage attacking the guy who's grappling me?
No.
Okay, I'm going to, smack him with my staff of striking.
1 second. 1 second. Not grappled, but since you're restrained also.
Okay,
1 second here.
so,
Well, is the other guy restrained?
No, he's biting him.
Oh, I have no idea.
okay, let's see, what can I do?
Yeah, your attack rolls have disadvantage. Since he's restrained, he's biting you.
Who's in range?
Of what?
Just me in general.
That one guy.
Deimos.
Leaper number 3, and Deimos is like 10 feet away from you.
I'm trying to figure out who's in a 15-foot cube originating from me. Just Deimos and Feldorn for party members.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, now 15-foot cube originating from you would miss Deimos. I mean, would miss Feldorn.
No, you're 10 feet from me.
Yeah, the cube, a 15-foot cube is more like, oops. Because you can, originating from you can place it like that. It doesn't have to be, a cubes originate on the edge, not in the center, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Is there a way I can do a 15-foot cube where it doesn't hit party members?
Yeah. It has to be, here.
Okay. I'll do. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at 7th level.
Okay, target those two guys and roll it. Okay, they both succeed.
I think they take half.
Alright.
Yeah, it takes half as much damage and it's pushed. Okay, so 7th level, that's 2d8. So that's 6 more d8, so that's 8d8.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think as my bonus action, I'm going to meld into stone. Yeah, I'll cast meld into stone as I sink into the ground.
1 second here. Where's Merlin's stone?
I get it from my orb.
It's a bonus action?
Earthen Step. While you are attuned to this rune, you can cast Meld into Stone as a bonus action. I regain this ability after a short or long rest.
Okay. So, what effect for Merlin's stone are you going for?
What are the effects again? I think the one where I like sink into the earth, that's the one I was going.
You step into a stone object or surface large enough to fully contain your body, melding yourself and all equipment you're carrying with the stone for duration. You can step into the stone.
Well, we're standing on stone. Well, ground. Oh, yes. Can I meld into the ground, technically?
This is a forest. Roll a d20.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you are not standing on stone.
Okay, so that won't be my bonus action. Hold on. I gotta remember what I can do.
Hurry up.
Action.
This thing
I
is
think that's
tearing
my
into you.
turn. Yeah, that's my turn. That's
Alright.
all I got, really.
So a very loud cacophony goes off as your Thunderwave spell just shatters the air. You see these things like briefly recoil against it. They shudder slightly, but for the most part, they're still engaged with you. Feldorn.
Question: did we fight them before? And if so, did we notice any resistances for my next turn?
They are almost completely immune to non-magical damage. You notice that they are immune to fire, and you know that they have one legendary resistance.
Okay. Any weaknesses? I forget what the technical term.
No.
Okay.
Angry that this thing is biting into him, Feldorn stomps the ground and a destructive wave of necrotic energy flashes from him, hitting all three of these bastards.
Alright, just them?
Yep. Any creatures within a 30-foot radius that I choose, emanating from me.
Alright.
If the one that failed isn't going to use legendary resistance, it is knocked prone.
Well, he definitely will. Alright.
So he only took 8 damage.
Well, it's necrotic and there's two waves of thunder. So 5 more d6. Okay. 5, 6,
So they would have taken 17 total.
yeah. So let me fix this here real quick. Leaper number 1 minus 8 minus 9 17.
No, they don't take any other thunder damage.
Why not?
Oh no, yeah they do. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
I was reading it wrong because it says or take the damage.
Yeah. All right. So again, your thunder wave just ripples through. It reaches up into a combination of thunder and light and radiant energy. It surrounds them. It tears at them. But they are very, very strong, very resilient creatures.
And then my rapier starts tearing into the one in
All right.
in
Go
front
ahead.
of me.
Go ahead and roll it. Okay.
That's it.
Doesn't get 2 attacks. I thought it did. Yeah, it gains an extra attack, part of its attack action. Oh,
It's not a crit because I didn't put my hex on it.
okay.
So would have only taken 12 damage.
Yeah. Alright, got it. On her turn, the cat is going to try to escape. She is not able to.
Everyone forgot to heal, by the way.
Oh yeah, Felder, at the beginning of your turn, you heal. Okay, 5 damage. Yeah, 5.
So does the dwarf.
Kildrak, I'll roll
And the
for
cat.
Kildrak will heal 3. On her turn, she's at full health already. Oh no, she's not. She got.
Can we change that so it just heals at my turn?
Sure. No, we can't. It's beginning of their turns. Alright. This thing is biting into you. Kildrak is going to continue to slash at you. And horn attack, with shoulders. That's gonna hurt. And tail attack against Deimos. Misses. Euphemia, your turn.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Kildrak is getting torn apart.
I forgot to do the con save for Wall of Force.
Okay, well, you're up. You're fine.
Well, I get healed,
Yes, you do.
so
Oh, I forgot to do that on the beginning of my turn. What's...
I did it for you.
Oh, awesome.
bells.
Did I fail my saves again?
It's not your turn yet.
Oh, cool.
Euphemia, your turn.
I know. Yeah, I think I'll just do my Eltra's blade. And I will keep attacking this guy and trying to take him down.
Okay. That's a miss.
Not for me.
Alright. Deimos, your turn.
Alright, Deimos seeing his cat get hurt isn't very happy about that. So he's gonna go Super Deimos mode. And kind of try to rush through this guy. I know I'll take a hit from the other guy at least.
Okay.
And then, would I be able to burn one of my War Priest things to just try to grapple this guy?
Yes.
Alright, and then I will attempt to grapple him.
Okay.
And then, like, get your hands off of my cat.
How do you have advantage?
It's that, remember we changed this at the dexterity to strength for that spell? It's the same thing as haste.
Oh, okay, you cast that. Okay, got it. Alright. So you grapple him. Okay, he's grappled.
And that's gonna be what Deimos does. He's trying to hold back the cat.
Okay. Alright, Leaper number 2 is going to target you, Kildrak, Feldorn. Is going to try to bite you. You're not really bit, yeah. Ooh, that's a crit. You are grappled and restrained. It's going to swing. You're the only one in the area, so it's going to swing a claw at you. Alright.
Wall of Force goes down.
Wall of Force disappears. And it is going to slam into you with its... Oh, and seeing the Wall of Force go down, it's going to take a swing at Elwyn. Okay. There we go. Number 1 is grappled by you currently, Deimos. It's going to try to throw you off of it. Contested check. And failing that, it's going to make an attack against you with its tail. That's a miss. Okay, Elwyn. Wisdom saving throw. You are up.
Yay!
So coming back from this hellish landscape, where you delved deeper into a horrific nightmare. You're not sure what was real, what was fake, but honestly, you can't remember much of it because it's like kind of waking up out of a dream. You were terrified, you were completely panicked, and you awaken and you see this horror going around you right now. These massive creatures are tearing into your friends, and you are prone right now because you're lying down.
Okay. Do I take my action? Was it
No,
my turn to
you can
get
take
out of the thing?
You can take your action now.
Okay. I'll get up,
Okay.
back away a little bit,
Mhm.
and I will cast I will twin a 7th level spell.
Okay.
7. And I will try to force cage 3 and 2. I mean,
Okay.
forceful crush.
Forceful crush. 1 second here. One creature you see must make a dexterity saving throw to evade a hammer or anvil of pure force that is trying to crush it. Okay.
And I will spend 3 more sorcery points to heighten the spell, giving them disadvantage.
Okay, is it both of them? Or just one of them?
When you cast a spell, forces a creature to make a saving throw to resist the effects, you can spend 3 sorcery points to give that one target of the spell disadvantage. I can spend 3 more if like.
Yeah, that's only one. You won't be able to do both of them.
Alright.
Okay, so they both have disadvantage, so I'm clicking disadvantage. Alright, so make them roll the save. They both fail. Number 3 and number 2. 3 already used its what do you call it? Legendary resistance. So he's gonna fail. Number 2 is gonna use it to succeed. Okay, so go ahead and roll damage.
Which one did you say was the one that's taking this?
3.
Target 2.
Okay. So he takes the full
And-
damage. Go ahead and apply the Alright. Number 2 takes half of that. Alright. So a massive ethereal, looks like an anvil or something of immense weight, just comes smashing down on both of them. Number 3 gets pinned under it and gets powered down to the ground. It releases its bite on you, Kildrak. When that happens, you're no longer.
Can anyone
restrained.
understand him?
You're cutting off real bad.
I am? Can you hear?
Who?
Let me try
Not
to.
anymore. I mean, you're doing good now. It was just for like 4 or 5 seconds.
Okay. A massive anvil comes down and smashes into both of them. Number 2 manages to jump out of the way. Number 3 gets slammed down to the ground and is pinned under it. Kildrak, you are no longer grappled or restrained.
Woohoo!
Okay. Anything else, Elwin?
Yes, a bonus action. I will convert a 4th level spell slot to 4 sorcery points.
Okay.
And
Alright. Kildrak, your turn.
So is the one in front of me knocked me?
Yes, he's slammed down to the ground, incapacitated.
Wonderful. I'm going to pull out my new staff of striking.
Okay.
I'm going to smack him on top of the head. After I cast, hold on. Oh, Booming Blade. I'm going to use that as my spell.
Okay. It's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget to heal.
Just make a melee. That's right.
Oh yeah, what do I heal?
1d4 plus 1. So you heal 4. So take off
4
damage from your. So Booming Blade. Make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature. On a hit, the target suffers attack's normal effects, and it becomes sheathed in booming energy until start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves before then, it takes 1d8 thunder damage. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to but it also adds magic damage at higher levels. So right now I'm at 18th level, so it's just going to take 3d8 extra damage. It should.
Okay.
Okay, so there I added that, and then also for my staff striking, I'm going to expend 2 of the slots to do an extra 2d6 force damage with the attack.
Okay.
If it hits. I don't
Wait. Why
don't
did
know
you-
why, but one was I don't know why I did.
13 plus 13, 26.
Oh, because I was I was targeting 2 of them.
Alright, so you're supposed to have advantage because he's incapacitated, so we'll take the higher roll, so you hit.
Yeah. Awesome. And so this will be missing 2d6 of the damage, so I'll just roll that real quick after.
Okay. Alright. Alright, additional 8 to leaper number 3. Alright. You crash down onto it. Incapacitated. That's actually an automatic crit.
Oh, so
I'm
one more
gonna-
d6?
Actually, all those dice again. So.
Oh, okay.
3d8, 3d6. Plus 13, okay. Plus 13, plus 20. Okay, so 26 total.
Okay.
Alright, the one on the ground is extremely. Number 3 is extremely wounded.
Does it have... Wait, I can't tell from the... Oh, it's still...
It's still alive, and it's incapacitated, but it is you can see as your staff strikes into it, you hear the cracking of bone underneath the staff's impact.
I should have expended one more slot. Well, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to cast something else. But that's alright.
Feldorn uses his Hexblade's Cursed on this one in front of him.
Mhm.
Now, is my Dancing Rapier still a bonus action for me, or is it just actions on its own now?
It's actions on its own.
Okay. So then, on top of that, I'm going to bonus action. Once I find it. I'm going to bonus action Staggering Smite.
Okay.
And yes, I know
How did you get
it's
staggering
one of
smite?
it's one of the extra spells for being a Hexblade.
Okay.
And I gotta heal actually.
Alright, your weapon pierces with attack takes an extra 46 psychic damage, makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack abilities and rolls. Can't take reactions. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm attacking at disadvantage, but that doesn't matter, I don't think. As I whip into it with my my lightsaber.
Alright. That's a hit. Okay, so that's the 46. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I really need to hotkey all these things.
Alright, it fails. So it cannot take reactions, and it attacks with disadvantage until the end of its next turn.
And now is this only one time, or is this every time I hit it with this sword?
You burn the smite. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I mean you'll have to recast it if you want to do it again.
Okay, nope. I get 2 attacks, so my second attack. And then the 2 attacks from the rapier. Which there shouldn't be a disadvantage.
But it hits. Okay, one more. Miss. Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. The cat, she's just squirming inside this thing's bite. She's gonna still try and get away. She's just barely unable to escape this thing's grasp. Alright, number 3, which is on the ground incapacitated, is going to make a save against your spell, Elwyn.
Do you want me to roll it for him?
Go ahead. Okay. So it's still incapacitated. Euphemia, your turn.
So Leaper 3 is dead?
Nope, it's just on the ground incapacitated.
Here. Oh, wait. Oh, can you... or... in my heal?
I did not do your heal. You want me to do it? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, 2. I'm gonna change my, to my sword song. The blade song.
Okay.
And then I will attack him. The same one, I think. Or no, I'm gonna change my targets. Okay.
Alright. Second attack is a miss. Alright, so while her blade song is active, each of you have advantage on one attack of your choice per turn.
I assume it's like you don't get to choose after you roll, you get to choose before.
Yes. Yeah, I get you before. Alright, anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Alright, Deimos, you're up.
Alright, luckily Deimos has only one attack to choose from. So I'm gonna like try to clock this guy in like the throat or neck area. And then after that I'm going to attempt to like pry his mouth open.
Okay.
Grappling way.
That's a hit. Alright, you bust it in the face, and you're going to try to grab onto it and open its mouth.
Gotta save the kitty.
Okay, let's just see if this works. Alright, you're able to open its jaws, and your cat as it drops down to the ground.
I think you hurt yourself too, Deimos.
What? Oh, did I hit? Oh, can you transfer that
Yeah.
63 to that guy? Sorry about that.
There we go. This should have worked. Okay. Alright. This thing is going to turn on you, Deimos, and it's going to lay into you with everything it's got. It's a miss. That's a miss. Now with its horns. Also a miss. One more shot. With its tail. Hit.
I will block that one.
Alright. Alright.
Actually, I lied. I'll take that hit.
Okay. Alright, on Leaper number 2's turn, it's going to swing at you, Euphemia. Oh wait, you're gonna take the hit, you said?
It's fine. I'll just burn it. Sorry about that.
It's gonna swing at you,
Hang on.
Euphemia.
He's supposed to have disadvantage.
Against Euphemia. That's right.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't apply it. Because there is no way to apply
It's
it.
a hit. 25 against your hit.
I'm trying to. Is my armor 19 or 20? Because I think I messed it up. Does this my glove give me 1?
Your glove does
But-
give you
oh.
1. But you have 6 plus 1. What armor are you wearing?
The same stuff I've been wearing for a long time.
Your half plate should be this 6.
The cap plate plus 2.
Is
So
it half
8.
armor?
So 18, 19, and your dex. You can take 2 from your dex.
You're wearing breastplate plus 2.
Oh, breastplate.
Oh, never mind. That's what, 14 then?
Yeah, so
No,
it's,
no,
it's
16.
14 plus
So, yeah.
2, so it's 16. Then your dex is 18 plus your glove is 19. So it's correct.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
I still can't stop it then.
Alright, so it hits you. Bite, you're grappled and restrained. And then it's going to claw you.
The bites, are they... Oh, it's doing everything to me?
Yeah.
Is it all just physical
Whoa.
slashing damage?
Oh, wait,
That-
it has to make a...
It should have been.
The claw should have been with disadvantage, so it should just be a normal attack.
Yeah.
So, here, I'll reroll it.
Here, I actually fixed it now.
There. That hits. So you take the damage anyway.
These
Tail
guys have
attack
too much.
against you, Feldorn.
That should still be
But yeah,
disadvantage.
are they all physical slashing damage?
Yes, they are.
And Armor of Hexes fails me again.
There's no way we can prevent damage anymore.
Damus is feeling pretty good.
Alright, and one more horn attack against you.
You really can't taunt things. We can tank things, but
Yeah, it might have the lowest damage by far, but
So it's just tearing into both of you guys. Tail attack against Feldorn, and with its claw and with its bite and with its horns, it's slashing into you, Euphemia. These things are very powerful and they're
So-
very fast.
where can I get like some armor plus 10? That's my next item
You can go try to find it.
that I need.
I'll squeeze between Euphemia and the two monsters and get right up next to Feldorn. And I will burn my 9th level spell to use Wish to cast the spell Heal, and heal Feldorn for 70 HP.
Okay.
I don't have the thing in my thing, so...
here I can just drag
Okay,
him for
you
70
get
and
one
him.
item.
Alright,
Actually, am I still, since he bit Euphemia, am I still grappled and restrained?
you're not.
Am I grappled and restrained?
You are.
And that's a bonus action. I will quicken and then twin. Oh no, I remember these guys are immune to fire, huh? Okay, so I won't quicken. I won't twin, I'll just quicken a shocking grasp on this guy.
Okay. Hit.
Taste my lightning, fucker.
Alright, and that he has no reaction now, right? Shocking grasps? I believe so.
Shouldn't.
Pretty
Kildrak,
much.
your turn. Yes, you can run away and get away scot-free. Kildrak, you up? Kildrak is AFK. We'll skip him for now and move on to Feldorn.
As Feldorn stares this damn thing in the eyes, he uses his bonus action to cause a swirl of cold to emanate from around this thing that's cursed when my hexblade's curse, and it takes my charisma mod is cold damage, so it takes 6 cold damage.
Okay.
It's the Chilling Hex invocation.
Okay.
And then I just cut into the fucker with my lightsaber again.
Because you weren't here, Kildrak. I was calling for you.
Alright. Really? I didn't hear the beep. I was paying attention to the beep, but I didn't hear it.
Okay, well, we'll
So
come back
I'm
to
talking.
you. We will come back to you.
And then the rapier.
Okay, Kildrak, your turn.
Okay. So he's alive. I want to just do the same thing as before, except this time I want to cast Hunter's Mark first.
Okay.
That one's on the floor incapacitated, and it's not gonna get up unless it crits its save.
I still want to destroy it. Bit me. Well, he's not going to move at all.
Yeah, but secrets is save.
Okay, I will move to a different one. I will attack number 2 then.
Okay.
But still same plan. Hunter's Mark. The Booming Blade, and spend 2 slots.
Alright.
Back.
That's a miss.
You can choose to have advantage on one of your attacks.
That's right, because Euphemia is doing her song.
I'll do that then.
Alright, normally I have to call that ahead of time, but since you didn't remember, from now on you guys have to call it ahead of time. Alright, hit.
There we go.
I should have forgot I had advantage on that attack.
Okay.
Plus 2 more d6. 2 1s.
Alright.
And that's all my stuff.
Okay, so now we're back up to the cat. Nina is going to pull out her second one of magic missiles and burn this guy in the face. Ooh, that's a good roll. That's a really good roll. For 33 damage. Alright. Alright, number 3 is on the ground. He's going to make his dexterity saving throw. Fails it. Euphemia, it's your turn.
Can I do anything?
You're grappled and restrained. You can still attack. You just have disadvantage.
Remember, advantage cancels out at disadvantage.
Yeah, but I was thinking about something else. He's holding me down, or is he biting me down, or what is it?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, he's biting you. He's got you by like the shoulder, and he's shoving you down into the ground. His teeth are just clamped on.
You're cutting out again.
He's got you by the shoulder, and he's pinning you to the ground. His teeth are just digging into your shoulder. What you gonna do?
I want to waste that spell.
You guys should think this stuff up before it gets to your turn. So when it gets to your turn, you can put something into action.
We probably did, but then this DM pulls this thing out that says
You
fuck our
have
stuff.
you have 15 seconds.
We need 30 years. I'm gonna cast Blink.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast, or I'm going to do my Voice of Inspiration. Oops. Okay.
So everyone has 1 inspiration die.
And that's going to be the end of my turn, so I will cast this, and... Oh, I don't remember if that's good or bad.
It's 11 or higher, I believe.
Fuck.
Okay. So you stay on
That was
this
my
plane,
chance.
but everyone is inspired. Deimos, your turn.
Oh, did you kill me?
do I still
Oh, never
have
mind, never mind, never mind.
Blade Song? Is that up, or did she change that?
That's still up.
Well, one attack. I will.
Actually, if you need to roll two concentration checks to see if you can keep your.
But since you won't let us go back on the healing, why should we go back on your stuff? Yeah.
Roll them.
That's not fair.
I let you go back on the healing. Roll them.
No, I'm at the advantage. Saving? Did you say con
Two
save?
Constitution saving throws. Okay, you're fine.
All right, sweet. All right, so yeah, punch hopefully to the face.
Okay. That will hit.
And then since I'm already kind of grappling his head and stuff, I'm gonna kind of try to restrain it as I'm gonna try to start pulling his head to eventually try to pull it off.
Alright, you're gonna try to push him down to the ground, restrain him.
Yeah, restrain him. Yeah.
Alright, so he's grappled and restrained.
All right, and that's Deimos.
You are likewise restrained. Okay. Alright, on its turn, number 2, it's grappling you, Euphemia. Is going to claw attack you. It's no longer cursed, right? Or it doesn't have disadvantage anymore, right?
No, no longer has disadvantage, so you can take that off.
I'll shield that. I have AC. Wait. Yeah. 19, 20, 20.
1 second here.
Yeah, 25.
It has advantage against you. So here's the other half of that. Alright, so it misses. It's going to swing a tail at you, Kildrak. Hits. It's going to horn attack you, Feldhorn.
Nope.
Okay. So it's a 35.
I got it.
And a third.
Okay, that's its turn. Number 1 is grappled and restrained, Deimos, but it is in your face and is going to attack you. It's a miss. That's a hit.
Ouch.
Here comes a tail. Miss, and finally the bite. Alright, you're grappling it. It just clamps its teeth into you and it's grappling you.
If you want, can you drop my divine shield, because I would have lost concentration on that.
Got it. Alright, Elwyn.
Alright, here comes some more lightning. They all failed. Do any of them have any special stuff that they can do to not fail? It's chain
Just
lightning.
number 1. Number 1's the only one who has not used his legendary resistance.
Is he gonna use it?
He is. Now hold on 1 second here. Okay. Go ahead and unselect them, but just roll the damage.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So they're going to roll on this. So they have a reflective carapace ability. When they're attacked by a direct damage spell or a line spell, which Chain Lightning is. If they roll a d6. On a 6, they reflect the damage back to the caster.
Oh Jesus. Okay, this this will be fun.
Alright, so they all fail. So the first 2 take full damage. So 42 damage to number 2, 42 damage to number 3, and 21 damage to number 1.
That.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
Alright, so that ability killed the incapacitated one on the ground. You see his the steam begin to fly off his form, and the small humanoid body of a teenage boy is on the ground behind him. Killjack, your turn.
Okay. Same dance as.
Is that a question?
No, I'm saying that's what I'm doing. Except I'm going to spend three charges this time.
Okay. This is on your staff of
Which
power,
is the-
right?
Staff of striking, yeah.
Oh, staff of striking. Okay.
Which is the maximum amount of charges I can.
So you hit.
Plus 3 more d6.
Additional 11 to it. Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Feldorn.
Man, Feldorn says, fuck it, and points at this dude in front of him and whispers a word of power and just says, die. If he has 100 or less hit points, he is dead.
He dies. So, while this thing is holding on to Euphemia with its jagged, toothy claw, maw, you whisper this word, and the air collapses around it, and you see its body just convulse, and in a split second, all the shape change and everything just like wisps up in the air, and all that's left on the ground is the corpse of an elf, elderly elven man. Like normally it's the process of his form reverting to its most natural form takes a few seconds. This was instant. It's like you accelerated its whole life span before your very eyes in the blink of a second. And the whole thing just drops down to the ground instantly. Okay.
And as my bonus action, I move my Hexblade Hex to Leaper 1, and then my Rapier attacks it.
Alright, go ahead. Okay, it's a hit. It's a crit? No, that's not a crit.
No, yeah, it is, because I moved the Hex onto it.
Okay. Her turn, the cat is going to run away. She can't really attack these things. Euphemia, your turn. You're currently prone because the thing was holding you down to the ground. Half your movement to stand up.
Okay, well, half my movement plus that should get me that far.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my Alistair's Blade and then attack it. And this is gonna be my advantage hit.
Okay. You should have advantage
I don't know,
anyway.
did
because
anyone
you're
ever use?
restrained.
Oh, okay. So both my attacks?
Yep.
I do with my advantage button.
Okay.
Is it just dead because I cut his head off?
Lying on the ground there, you have a particularly keen vantage point as Deimos is grappling this thing, pinning it down to the ground. You come in, and with a very dexterous blade, you swipe in, and just because he's been pinned also, you have a specific angle on its neck, and you're able to drive your blade down, swing it down with all of your might, and it doesn't sever it completely, but it does deal a killing blow.
Okay, I'm just gonna yank my sword free.
Okay. In the aftermath of the fight, as you guys are looking around, the environment around you is clouded with steam as these bodies revert to their true form. You look around, and the daylight has increased now as the sun has gone higher into the sky, and all throughout the clearing, there's not a lot of them, but you can tell from around here. You see about 10 different bodies of dead lycanthropes scattered around the clearing. You hear the snarl and the smashing of combat further off into the woods, and you can tell that there are others. Nina, she kind of stands up and says, "We are fortunate that only 3 of them saw us. There are at least 8 or 9 more of them within this very area. We should go. We should go now if we have a chance."
What about the others?
She says, "Many are dead. Others are fleeing."
Yeah, we're no
Doesn't
use if
really
we get
answer the
caught.
question.
That is up to you. Do you want to turn on and try to aid them?
Or at least create a distraction. I can create a
If we want
distraction
these-
while you guys get away and help the others get away, and I'll meet you at whatever designated point we choose.
Well, if we want these people to help us fight, then yeah, it's probably better than they're not dead.
The lycanthropes are at a distinct disadvantage against these things because all of their abilities are physical. So they're not able to harm them at all. It's kind of like when a wasp goes in. Have you seen those videos on Discovery Channel when like a wasp goes in and invades like a honeybee nest? The honeybees have no ability to hurt them. That kind of thing. Like one wasp can kill a whole nest.
Yeah, we probably should go save those guys.
I have a plan. You tell me what you guys think. I'll haste myself. I'll
It
go
sucks.
invisible. I'll go try to find where they're all at, and then I'll throw some fireballs down to get their attention. And as soon as they're gonna get to me to start tearing me apart, I'll just teleport back here, and then we can all leave. That way I can give the other lycanthropes some time to get away.
Oh,
I'm
back.
turning to Nina. What's the chance that they'll run versus fighting to the death? I mean, your people.
She says, "The wisest ones will run. I fear that perhaps the more impetuous ones will choose to fight.
Give me a number. Half? 75%?
Most will run. Most will follow Corbin. If Corbin still lives, he may be able to persuade them all to choose survival."
I honestly think we should just go in there and try to save them all. If we can get into like enough group fight, we can have them all like hold them down, and then we can just kill them. We just need them to be strained. And I bet there's enough big burly wolf and elephant and whatever creatures out there to help restrain them. That's my opinion.
Whatever you guys want to do, but we should do it fast.
Yeah,
You should do it fast.
Demo's down for any.
Let's
He knows we need to save them all.
discuss it for a year.
I'm gonna put on my invisibility ring, and I'll start heading in that direction.
Okay.
I'll cast haste on myself.
So it's over
too.
this way is where the rest of the fighting is going on.
Okay. I'll cast haste on myself before I go, just so I can move faster.
Okay.
And I'll have my teleport spell ready in my mind to get out of there. But I gotta find him first. I'll start heading over there.
Okay. Are you flying?
Yeah.
Are we doing this, guys? Because we gotta heal first.
Short rest?
No, there's no resting. We're gonna go straight in. We don't have the time.
Short rest takes an hour. What you guys gonna do?
Heal spells.
Yes, no,
I'll throw
come on,
some-
guys.
I'll throw some heal spells around before we do anything.
I got
Same.
one heal that'll do it all.
Okay, we'll do it.
Well, are we gonna... I'm not gonna use it if we're not gonna go in. So we're going in.
Going. What do you mean by go in?
Are we gonna
we're
go
gonna
help
fight 'em.
and fight and kill these guys?
Let me just go distract them so everybody can get away. We'll regroup
Everyone's
and then
not gonna
come
get
back.
away. You already said everyone's not gonna get away. They're probably gonna have a few casualties even with their help.
Alright, you think we can take on 9 of these things together?
Maybe. I don't know. But it's the good thing to do. Which is something that we don't do that often.
I can teleport us out if it starts going bad. You guys
Okay, I'm
wanna-
gonna cast Mass Heal. And I'm gonna heal myself up fully, which is gonna take, what? 103?
Mass heal is gonna get us all.
Yeah,
So 700 hit
that
points.
leaves
Yeah.
596 divided up against everyone else, including the kitten.
Yeah. This is all just fine. You've got like 400 damage amongst all of you. Okay. So
Okay.
radiant light
That was my ninth
swirls
level.
around you. The blade, the searing intensity of Elistray's power just kind of radiates out of you, Euphemia, and you look around and all your wounds for you and all your friends around you are healed.
We're going in.
Take
In
on
that
9 of
case-
these things.
Instead of casting haste on myself, I will win haste and I will haste Deimos and Keldrak.
Okay. Cast it on them.
Damo starts booking it like a boss.
All right.
Wait, why didn't you haste Feldorn?
I can only haste 2 people.
So my AC is 20.
Actually, yeah,
Keldrak's
how long is it gonna
useless.
take to get there?
Ooh, shots at the door.
Okay. As that's happening, you guys hear a whooshing of wind in the air above you, and descending from up above. Light enters the clearing. He says, "Ah, there thou art." He says, "'Tis been horrible carnage indeed." He looks around. He says, "I see that you have been partaking." He says,
Fun, fun, fun.
"These creatures arose in the midst of the night, and slew the animals about. He says, 'Twas
How many have you
quite
taken
the
out?
view to watch." He says, "I managed to pick one up, and fly him over yonder mount, and drop him. I believe it'll be some time before he returns, but he certainly was not slain."
Well, if you don't mind letting me ride, we have to try to save these people.
He says, "Aboard my back, lady." He says, "The call
And that's just what I shall do.
The call brings us forward. On to battle." Your goat's gone, Kildrak.
Really?
Gone,
My
gone,
dragon
gone.
ate him.
Unless you brought it into the mansion with you. Did you?
Yeah.
No. No goats allowed.
Isn't there like a stables in this mansion or something?
No. Maybe on the outside, next to the door, where it was eaten.
Okay. So you guys are gonna rush
okay,
in
it's
there.
gone.
You guys are gonna rush in there, and you're gonna try to take on all of them. Or Elwin, are you gonna
Sure.
do your plan of distraction? What are you guys gonna do?
That's what I was thinking, but
Let's do the
Euphemia wants
plan of
to
distraction, but then go
roll
in
in
and
there.
try to save them. I
Okay.
think we should go in and save them and just tell them to all start grabbing these guys, and then we just go around and kill them.
Okay.
We just need to restrain them and kill them.
All right. Elwin is flying. Euphemia is riding on light. The rest of you are on foot.
Slate has dragon breath. He can burn these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Everybody stay within 10 feet of me just in case.
All right. So how high are you
While
flying?
we're in there.
I was gonna say.
No, but like when we get in there, because you have to be within 10 feet of me if we need to teleport out.
All right. So you guys
Am I
head
gonna
off.
know? Oh, sorry.
You guys head off in that direction, and what you see as you Elwin, you can see it more clearly because you're up in the air, and Euphemia, you can see it. Is that in the forest? Sure, Kodak. Yes.
Good, I'm buying another one.
In the forest, there are pockets of resistance. These things are not all concentrated. They're not all necessarily all moving together. They just all had spread out. Some of them is wholesale slaughter as they're tearing into wolves. There's two of them. They're attacking the wolves. The tigers are mounting a valiant effort. They've managed to Sherika and his group, at the loss of much life to their own, have managed to hold one down. They managed to bind it. The bears are fighting two of them, and the mastodons are likewise engaging with two of them. A lot of their number are actually the mastodons are leading a retreat for many of the weaker individuals and a lot of the wolves and stuff. They're trying to coordinate something to get away. Okay, but there's a concentrated force of multiples different clans that are trying to hold them.
Should we head to where it looks like they're getting, like where the slaughter is worse, like the wolves? Should we go help them first?
I'd probably.
I think Elwin should help the retreat, and the rest of us should probably just go through them all
So on your map,
and try to
this is a
focus
quick outline.
forces.
So imagine this is an overhead view, right? Over in this
I
area,
need the map.
over in this area here, right here, there's two of them fighting with a bunch of werewolves, and they're just tearing them apart, right? While over here, I'll do a letter. The tigers, wolves, the tigers have restrained one of them and are fighting with another one. So there's two there. There's two over there. The bears are back here, right? Engaging with two more, and the mastodons and the other wolf clans are leading a retreat in this direction with the bulk of the population. All right. You see the location of 6 of the leapers. You don't necessarily see any more.
I say
Two at each of those locations.
wolves, bears, and then tigers.
It should be wolves, tigers first. Get them to work together.
I kind of like that idea.
Okay, but wolves first. We agree, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So you guys are gonna jump in. It's 12:30. I think this is a good spot to hold on for our next session. Yeah, you see elves and stuff, man. You see elves and humans and stuff, but you don't know what their lycanthropy, what the nature of it is. For that, you guys are gonna have to go talk to the Ancient One. Okay. So next week, you guys jump into the slaughter of the werewolf clan, right there.
That's sweet.
All right.
Appreciate you running it today.
Yeah. It's Memorial Day. I hope you guys had a good week.
Oh yeah, same to you guys.
And same time next week, Monday night.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Later, guys.
All right.
Yep.
Have a
I'll
good
see
night.
you
Are we playing
fantastic people
tomorrow?
later. Oh yeah.
What?
Also,
Oh.
Kevin, are you doing the thing tomorrow? You think?
Yeah, I tried to do it last week. Just 3 people said they couldn't come.
Oh okay.
All right, cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow then.
Yep. See you
Okay,
tomorrow.
see ya.